What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery. And today I'm going to be talking about artistic atmosphere, or better yet, setting the mood, if you want to call it. And what I mean by that is when you are preparing to create a piece of artwork, how do you set your environment? What do you like? You know, like candles, music, I don't know, incense burning, whatever gets you mentally ready to create. Okay. Now, for me, what I've seen is that a lot of artists like to play music when they're creating. Oddly enough, I don't. I actually don't. I've tried it before. I've tried to do a painting or a drawing with music playing, but for some reason I just can't because I find my mind is distracted with the music being played, and I find that I create more and I create longer when it's just dead silent. So for me, if I could have no distractions, no sound whatsoever, like just like solitary confinement, and I find that I create best when I'm just by myself, alone. You know what I mean? I won't say alone, but I can have like maybe one or two people there. But as long as it doesn't take away from my focus, my focal point, where I am mentally, as long as it doesn't take me out of that space, I'm fine. But I find usually when I have like music or something like that, it takes me out of that mental space. Because usually if I have a song playing that I like, and then the next song comes on, and I want to switch that song, it takes me out of my mindset. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna just take the music out altogether. And I find that when I remove music, I create more, I create better. Go figure. Um, I like nice smelling things that smell good around me. Nothing too strong, kind of like a mellow scent. It helps my mind relax. Helps relax. Also, I would have some reference points. Like I'll have a few books or something that have some type of artwork or some type of architecture or structure or design that I've seen that I like that I may want to try in my current work. So I like that. I like to have references around me. I like to have I like to already have an idea in my head. So sometimes I just may freestyle. I just may say, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever comes to mind. I'm gonna do it like that. Happens. But the atmosphere, I like to be bright. Like a lot of light. Lighting is very important to creating a piece of work because when you have enough light around you, you know what colors to use. You know the proper colors. Like you may have a color that you think is bright until you have the light on it and it's actually darker than you thought, or vice versa. You may have a darker color, but when you turn the light on, it's actually brighter than you thought. So like a lot of lighting. The room don't have to be hot, but it has to be like a warm. Like, it will remind me of an autumn day, a typical autumn day. It's not too hot. There's a nice breeze going by. I like the room to be like that because I don't want to get too hot where I start sweating and get tired. And I don't want to get too cold because my mind will be distracted with the fact that I'm cold. So if I have that in the middle, nice room temperature with a nice breeze going by, have like a window or a door open, I like that. So a breeze can come by. It helps my mind relax. So, I like a lot of light. And if it's gonna be music, I don't mind it being music if it's elsewhere. But if I have music directly into my ears, you see me have earphones right now, but just for my own sound. But if the music is directly in my ears, no, because I'd be too distracted on what I'm hearing as opposed to focusing on what I'm drawing or painting or creating visually. So and I like to have the materials around me. I don't want to get to the place or get to the area and I'm missing something. I like to already have it everything there before, because I know if I do, I like to get right into it. Usually when I'm painting something, I already have the idea in my head and I just jump immediately into it. If I have to stall and stop and wait, I don't like that. The mood is off. So I like a lot of space too. A lot of as much space as possible. As much space as possible. The bigger the room, the better. My mind is a creative mind, and people who are creative love open spaces. It gives them a very wide. It gives them a wide perspective, a broad view, panoramic view, if you want to call it that. I like a lot of space. So, space must have. Silence for me it works. Everybody's different. Silence for me. Things that smell nice. Things that smell nice, like that. I don't really need anything to eat or drink, because usually when I get into my zone, I'm not even thinking about eating or drinking. I'm just not even on my mind. So I won't think about that until after I'm done or until someone calls me to eat. Other than that, my mind is focused on the work and I forget about everything. Time don't exist, nothing. Oh, that's another thing. I don't like if wherever I am, I don't like to have a clock or something around me, because I'll have I'll keep looking at the time, what time it is, and that would distract me from being in my zone. I I don't know. I know it's weird. I don't know. But if I know I have a certain amount of time to do something, okay, fine. I just have to. But if I'm doing my own work, give me a blank room with a lot of light, no time, nice smelling, no, quiet. I'm in the zone. I'm in that zone. So I say everyone's different. I know artists who love people around them. They don't mind it. Hey, I mean, I don't mind it either. Maybe like one or two people, but not like a whole group of people coming down, calling me, to do. I don't like that, because when I'm in my zone, I want to focus. But if I'm always being called for something, then I have to stop what I'm doing. I'm out of my mindset again. Then when I'm done, I have to go back into it. It's the equivalent of having a dream, and a dream is so good. You get to the good part of the dream, and then someone wakes you up. You wake up from that dream and you're mad. Then you try to go back to sleep and get back into that dream. You can't do it anymore. That's what it feels like when you're in that mind state, when you're in that zone. You had a good dream. It could be a dream where you found $1 million on the floor, and you pick it up. You about to take it home and count it and all that stuff, and you got $1 million in your hand. And as soon as you see that money on the ground, you go to reach it. Someone taps you and wakes you up, and you are pissed when you wake up. And once you're done, whatever you had to do, what being woken up for, you try to go back to sleep and get back in that same zone right at that moment where you had the money in your hand, and you can't go to sleep anymore. Now your mood is shot. Same thing when I'm creating artwork. When I'm in my zone and I'm feeling good and I have the idea mapped out and I like the way it's going, and all of a sudden someone calls me constantly, my whole mood is blown. And you try to go back to that same spot you were standing, the same because you try to recreate where you were and how you were standing when you were in that zone, because it felt so good. So you got your palette in your hand, got your paintbrush, you got your pose, everything, but just the mood is done. The thrill is gone. So atmosphere is very important. Some people like to work outside around nature. I do too. But if I'm gonna be around nature, I have to be by myself. I have to be by myself. There's been plenty of times where I've been in a public area sketching, and somebody will come to me and they'll give me a compliment. And I appreciate the compliment. I understand that they're curious and they're intrigued and it's exciting for them. So I don't fault them for that. They'll ask me, oh, this is nice. What are you drawing? How long have you been drawing? Do you take classes? So forth. It's the typical question I'm pretty sure a lot of artists has been asked before. And I answer the question. I'm just being cordial, polite. I know they don't want to be mean and rude. But what I find myself doing is that when I'm speaking to them, my full attention is being taken away from the drawing or the painting. So I find myself having to sacrifice my mood, my zone, to converse with this individual who is just curious. So I don't take offense to it. I don't be mean about it. Just I know that crap. Let me get this conversation over with so I can get back to my mood. And what usually happens is once that happens, my mood is done. So I pretty much just stop. So once I'm out the zone, and I try to get back into it, I end up finding myself being frustrated. So I just say, let me stop, let me step away, let me relax, calm down. Then when I'm calm, I can get back into my zone and continue what I was doing. But so if I'm in a public area, a public atmosphere, I usually go to a place where no one will know what I'm doing, so they won't come and I won't say bother, but that's the only word I can think of. Bother me and interrupt my thought process. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, we artists are weird like that. So, but if I'm in the privacy, if I'm in like my house, my room, I don't mind because I know because my family knows that when I'm creating, they already know. Okay, he's drawing right now. He's in the zone. Leave him be. Whenever he's done, like if it's time to eat or something like that, then they'll call me. But other than that, when they know I'm doing artwork, they'll say, okay, he's in his zone. Leave him be. When he's done, he'll come back and he'll most likely show us what he's working on, which is what I do. If I'm in a public setting, out in the public, I'll try to find a place where no one is around to interrupt me. So my family already knows, okay, when he's in drawing, he's in that zone, leave him be. When he's done, he'll come out. That's it's nice like that. It's good to have family that actually understand that and appreciate that and give me that respect so I can create, and when they see what I've done, they can be in awe. So when they know I'm doing something like that, it's okay. Leave him alone so he can create and we can be in awe once again. It's a give and take. Now, if it's something serious, yes, I'll stop what I'm doing and tend to the matter. If it's time to eat, I'm gonna stop because I like my food. All right. So, environment, atmosphere is very important to the mindset of the artist in any form of art. We creative people must have the right state of mind. We have to. We may not understand it, but to be creative, we must be in the correct state of mind to create our best work. Otherwise, it won't come out like we planned it, and then we'll get frustrated. And then what you see or what you hear, you're not going to enjoy it because of the state of mind we were in. So if we're in a positive mood and we're in that relaxed mood, when we create, you will see our full potential. If we are frustrated, you will see that, or you will hear that in what we bring to you. So, atmosphere, environment is essential. Before we do anything else, we must be in a correct state of mind in order to create what we desire. So you can appreciate the magic that is art. All right? This is Christopher Thomas signing out. Peace.